The top spot in the Big West Conference as the University of Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, 4th ranked in the country, play host to 11th ranked Tritons of UC San Diego. And this is Game On, presented by Bank of Hawaii for Rainbow Warrior Volleyball. Have more from the corner when we come back. And welcome back inside Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Big West Conference men's volleyball action. First place on the line, number 4 Hawaii. UCD will break it down when we get back. Up number 4 Hawaii, number 11 UCSD. All right, let's take a look now at the American Volleyball Coaches Association. That's easy for me to see. ABCA Top 20 poll. There you see Long Beach State at the top. If you're just joining us, we'll show you in a second. They were swept by Irvine earlier tonight. UCLA two-time defending J. McKendry, who Hawaii played earlier. They round out the top 10. Other members, UCSD, tonight's opponent, they might be better than even number 11 Stanford, who split their matches with Hawaii. You'll see UC Santa Barbara down there. Schools, Tritons at 16-4, Hawaii sitting at 19-2. UH with the advantage in kills percent and hitting percentage. You see the blocking numbers favor Hawaii.
He's sitting next to Chris McLaughlin. C-Mac, take us through the Kaiser Permanente. Keys to the match.
For UC San Diego, it's all about the first contact. No secret that Coach Rostratter believes that his setter, Bryce Dvorak, 3-time All-American, that first pass is put inside the 3-meter line. And for Hawaii, it's all about the serve. The more times UH servers can hold Dvorak off the net, the better chance they have to win.
UC San Diego coming in 16-4 overall. They're 2-0 in the Big West Conference. Hawaii also 2-0 in the league and 19-2 overall. And it will be setter for the Tritons, Bryce Dvorak. 6'4" grad transfer, previously played at Pepperdine, who will get things started.
Needs them in aces, and he is a tough out.
Good pass there on the first touch by Eleu Choi. Kurt Neuster in the middle, though, is denied. It was Leo Provednikov getting a piece of that one next to Nick Rigo as we take a look at the Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineups here for tonight's match. Nothing out of the ordinary for Hawaii in the first rotation. There's a pass by Louis Sakanoko. Fred Rosenthal goes outside. Adrian War is blocked, and then the quick thinking by Fred Rosenthal.
How about that? Having some great volleyball IQ, hitting on the first contact. I'd love to see Tread get more offensive.
And it will be Tread serving from Austin, Texas. Graduate of Mira Costa High School. Second in the nation in assists per game. And UC San Diego unable to return that one. So a good way to start his service run, Fred Rosenthal.
It's amazing that he's first time he learned how to jump serve was when he was in college. Served a floater all the way up until his freshman year at UH.
Two serving one, and that one goes a little long here. We mentioned UC San Diego, just 4 losses on the season. One of them was to UCLA. They also lost at home against Loyola, and then lost both matches in a 2-match series against the Grand Canyon. So all really strong programs and opponents, but did get off to the 2-0 start in Big West Conference play by taking a series against UC Santa Barbara. Here's Christian Tatraysky with the hard angle, popped up in the air there by Josh Schellinger, and a free pass coming over the net. Rosenthal with options, goes big to Sakanoko, who touches it over, but it's going to be a back row attacker violation as Sakanoko stepped on that 3-meter line, and so the point goes to San Diego.
The timing is so difficult. Here you see Brad Rostratter,
now in his 3rd year atop the program. And he's got this program right now on the come up as Adrian Rohr goes way up and hammers that one up against the back line.
Adrian shows he's not just a left side hitter, he's good on the right as well.
Charlie Wade in year 16. Hawaii, if they get a win tonight, would achieve 20 wins in a season for the 14th time ever, 7th time under Charlie. As the The serve goes into the twine. One of the surprise scores already in the Big West tonight. UC Irvine pulling off a sweep over Long Beach State at the Pyramid. Long Beach State suffering from some miscues, including 22 service errors. Back set goes to Tritons, and he pops that one straight down to the middle of the floor. You also had Santa Barbara pulling off what was maybe a bit of a surprise for a lot of people, a win in 5 on the road at CSUN. And so just goes to show, no free nights in the Big West.
We talked to Charlie Wade about that. I said, what do you think, Charlie? Another normal night in the Big West? He said, oh, yeah.
Tied at 4. Set goes right side, and that's Anthony Sherfon. And that one goes wide. Anthony Sherfon is something to behold. 6'6" senior oppo from Los Angeles, California. Spent 3 years at BYU before transferring to UCSD, and now in his second year with the Tritons, coming off of an All-American honorable mention campaign a year ago.
Touches 12-4.
He is a beast.
Top of the backboard.
5 serving 4. Tritons out of system here. Sherfon into a waiting block for Hawaii, and that goes down. It's a roof. There was a little bit of a hesitance on the part of the players on the floor to engage in a celebration on the Hawaii side because that one was off the ricochet of the block and down, but pretty close to that sideline. The call on the floor's in, and so the challenge coming from Brad Rostratter. And Dixon Chun is going to take a look at this.
You should be able to take a good look at it right here. Or not.
A little covered up there. Looked like Tritons got the gist of it on that triple block.
You wonder if it hit Sherfon on the way down.
And that's something that they can look at. It's not just the in and out challenge, but they can look at anything within the parameters of a touch or a foot violation while they're also looking for the in and out challenge. Yeah, hard to tell there.
A little blurry. What do you think?
Now, Brad Rostratter, for what it's worth, was standing about 6 feet away from where the ball hit, and so he had a good view of the in and out call. But I think
Titans also started out 6-0 to start the year. Their best start ever.
So this is our net cam. So it's all down on the other side at the opposite pin. So hard to tell if there's any kind of touch there. Again, the challenge was in out. So haven't really been able to determine anything that's conclusive, at least from our angles.
Actually, ironically, the linesman called it out. The R1 called it in.
Yeah, R1 Mel Cayetano this evening. We mentioned Dixon Chun here, and he's going to overrule it. Randy Rubinall and Kerwin Stenstrom, the 2 line judges. And so a successful challenge there for Brad Rostratter. Here is Sherfon. 24 aces on the year. Goes into that deep corner, punched up in the air there by Choi. Cross-court bump set goes to Sakanoko. And he gets the kill. What a set there by Christian Tritons.
I saw him yesterday in practice bump that same ball over the net. Today, much more control. A little side bump. That's a tough play. Charlie Wade was telling me earlier this week that he thought the difference in this series might be who can hit the most out-of-system balls for points.
Here's the D set, goes to Sherfon, dug up along the back line there by Adrian Rohr. Outside, it's Louis, down the line and in. And Hawaii goes up by a couple of points here, 7 serving 5 in the first.
Looks like they're taking his line, giving him some room there, and Louis takes advantage.
Yeah, probably took advantage of the bye week as well. Louis been playing through a couple of bumps and bruises, and remember his last outing against USC, he flatlined it there, and so you know he's out for a little bit of redemption. As he sets, Tritons goes off the block and out. And so a role reversal there. Moments earlier, we saw Tritons with the bump set assist to Sakonoko. That time it was flipped around with Sakonoko providing the set. But we're going to have a challenge here by Brad Rostrader. And so already a busy opening frame here for Dixon Chun.
It's almost the exact same play, too. Ball off the block. Good set from Sakonoko. A D ball to Tritons.
And was it in or was it out? The call on the floor was out, but that looks like it was in.
It does. Still a little blurry. Too blurry for my eyes.
Yeah, it looks like that blurry ball may have got a piece of that blurry line. I don't know.
That's right. Oh.
Got a good crowd in the house tonight. I mentioned the Rainbow Warriors coming out. EA played a little bit of a scrimmage as well, and so that was pretty cool to see the team go out there to that North Shore community. And it's going to be another overturned call.
Rostrader's 2 for 2.
He's 2 for 2. So Brad Rostrader, in his 3rd season, no stranger to the replay angles that are available. Again, it's not just our television camera angles available to Dixon Chun, but also the DV Sports cam system. As Hawaii scrambling, a 2-hand pass over the net. And now the set goes outside to Provednikov. Hawaii keeping it alive. Sakonoko, little joust above the tape, and he wins the deflection battle and gets the point.
Another out-of-system play for Louis, getting the point. Supanoko. I love it. How about Eleo Choi with the chest dig again?
I mean, whatever extremity is available, Eleo Choi will utilize it on the save. And that is a hammer on the overpass by Tred Rosenthal, who says thank you very much. All set up by the Louis Sakonoko serve. It was close to an ace, but you know what? Same result. And Hawaii up 9-6 here in the first.
Let's see if he ramps this one up.
"17 aces on the year for Louis." He did try to ramp it up and almost ramped it right into the back of the dome of his middle blocker, Justin Todd.
Grabbing his shoulder. See him grab his shoulder there? I wonder if sometimes he's over swinging when he hits that jump serve.
Yeah, we've often seen that shoulder taped up. No tape on that right side here in this match. You see the Big West Conference numbers for Sakonoko. Peter Selcho with the serve. Here's Justin Todd. And that high point of contact. Brad Rostrader was really delivering high praise for Justin Todd. The fact that he was able to pull off the transition of going from a pin hitter to the middle and doing so fairly seamlessly.
You could tell where that block was lined up too. Nice little cutback shot to avoid that block.
10 serving 7. Todd blasts it out. And so that's service error number 4 here for Hawaii. They do have a service ace. UC San Diego, no service errors, no aces. So we'll keep track on those numbers. Charlie Wade, as well as yourself, C-Mac, in our game on portion of the broadcast, saying the service game is going to be huge. And right there, Bryce Dvorak delivers. First ace of the match for UCSD. Why is his serve so tricky, C-Mac?
Well, one of the things he does now, he's got a different toss. He uses 2 hands to put spin on the ball right there, which makes it even more difficult to read.
Oh, that was blasted there by Nick Rigo.
One of the things I would do right here, I'd call an early timeout and get Dvorak out of his rhythm a little bit. Or go to 4 passers. They're staying with 3 passers in the pattern. We'll see what happens.
Rigo hitting .519 in the middle spot on the season. This is Tritons down the line. Kept alive there by Sebastian Lara. Tip shot blocked back by Rosenthal. Set going right side. 2-handed over the net by Sherfan. So Sakonoko sets up to Tritons. 3 blockers up. and they reject it. And that's 4 straight points here for the Tritons, and they are pumped up on their side of the net.
Nowhere for Tritons to go. Tries to get high hands, but rejected.
And it is this Bryce Dvorak serve that is causing all kinds of problems. Little joust above the tape. It's kept alive on the Triton side. Sherfon off a 1-foot, 1-hand save. Sakanoko on the other side. Here's Rohr down the line. And the Tritons will play it back. Schellinger sets up Sherfon. Tries to power through the triple block. And over on 2 goes Rosenthal. Good scramble here by the Tritons. Tipped back over the net. Rosenthal back out to Rohr. He's blocked. The cover by Sakanoko. Rohr sends it over the net. We got another joust up there. It's still alive. And then goes through the palms of Schellinger. And Hawaii somehow wins the point.
I'll tell you, they're very happy that Bryce Dvorak is through his serving turn, because he causes all kinds of problems.
Brad Rostrader arguing and perhaps wondering how that Adrian Rohr touch got over the net between the antennas. It was an awkward angle, but it appeared as though it stayed on the Hawaii side of the pin before it crossed over the top of the net. And so it looked legal. And in fact, that point will stand after a little bit of resistance. Brad Rostrader giving R1 Mel Cayetano the nod.
Yeah.
11 all here in set 1. Back row, Schellinger. What a dig there by Louis. Backside to Tritons. Off the hands. It rises above the net. Over on the Hawaii side, Rohr keeps it alive, and we play on. Middle set, that is Rigo. Past the solo block attempt of Neusterer. And we are seeing some improvisation and some scrambling on either side of the net here early.
Both setters being very creative. You know, interesting story on their assistant coach for UCSD is an former Italian national team player with 3 Olympics to his credit.
And that one hit wide by Rohr. No touch up front, so UC San Diego up by 2 here at this middle portion of set 1. Hawaii, as well as UCSD, hitting below 200 in this first frame. Provednikov on the serve, took something off there. Diving pass by Choi. Backside is Rohr. And he rips into that one down the seam. Adrian Rohr averaging 3.1 kills per set this season. 349 hitting percentage on the year.
Rosenthal showing he's unafraid to repeat to the hitter who just made a mistake. Showing confidence in Adrian Rohr.
Also 3rd on the team in aces. 12 serving 13. Backside, Sherfon, cross court. That was some thunder right there. Anthony Sherfon is built like a refrigerator and a guy who puts in the work without a doubt. Touches well over 12 feet. We mentioned it in the pregame. He actually squats over 500 pounds.
Yeah, you could call him physical. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think it's fair. Whatever he's okay with. Let's just put it that way.
That's right.
Spent 3 years at BYU. Played sparingly over his 2 active seasons there. He just has continually improved and worked and gotten better and better and physically stronger and stronger. Here's Neusterer. Found the sweet spot on that set.
A nice connection between Rosenthal and Neusterer that time. 2 blockers up, I think. There's 2 up. Yep, 2 up, but 2 late.
Neusterer hitting just under 400 on the year. And he's going to give way to Finn Kearney out there to serve. 6'5" freshman from Phoenix, Arizona. Has been a very effective serving sub throughout the year. Another good serve there, diving pass by Sebastian Lara. Sherfon just taps it across. Oh, we got some players falling to the floor, and it's Tritons who touches it by the block, and it looks like Justin Todd may have rolled an ankle here. Looked like Sakonoko and Todd got tangled up with each other, and Todd maybe got the worst of it.
Here comes the trainer.
Sideline, guys. Sideline.
And this is concerning for sure. Anytime two players get tangled up, whether they're on opposite sides of the net or on the same side of the net, you almost feel surprised that this doesn't happen more frequently in this sport. But look at that left foot of Justin Todd coming down right on the foot of Louis Sakonoko. And he was writhing in discomfort immediately. Here's another ankle. And yeah, he is now being assisted off the floor.
Oh, you hate to see that from a young man who's made such progress. He's going from outside hitter, hitting in the middle. Big adjustment. Big adjustment. Here comes his substitute. 3 years in the Israeli National Army, Ofek Hazan, into the lineup.
So Ofek Hazan, who did begin the year as one of the starting middles.
Look at his hitting percentage for the year. .416, that's a big number.
And it was before the emergence, really, of Justin Todd. And now the middle set goes to Peter Selcho, and he hits it wide. Or no, he got it in. I think Charlie Wade thought perhaps for a moment there it was wide, but that is a point for UCSD, and they're first to 15. So things a little quiet here in the arena. One of the Rainbow Warriors going down, and Justin Todd will be back. Drugs, the number is 67, the all-time wins for Hawaii versus UC San Diego. That's actually a UH record for victories over a single opponent. As we take a look at the all-time series, 64-7.
Program is playing some great volleyball right now and beating ranked opponents week in and week out. But they're about to go through the gauntlet called the Big West Conference schedule.
Yeah, all ranked opponents now ahead. And as we saw with some of the scores elsewhere in the Big West earlier this evening, there are no nights off in the Big West. It is banger after banger. And so you have to bring your A game. You can't just show up. And I think Charlie Wade very aware of that. And now having to retweak personnel a little bit with Justin Todd going down after rolling his ankle. Speaking of banger, here's Anthony Sherfan on the serve. Pass there by Eleo Choi. Rosenthal goes backside against the grain to Tetrisky, who's blocked. Choi kept it alive. Here's Sakonoko trying to touch it past the block. And a free ball going to come over the net. Opportunity knocking here for Hawaii. They go backside. Tetrisky off the block and out. And Tetrisky with his third kill. And we are even at 15. The 9th tie of this first set.
You think it's been a long night, Kanoa?
Get comfortable. Let's just say that.
These two teams so close.
Hawaii hitting 259. Tritons hitting 250. So they're pretty close in that category as well. D-set, that's Sherfan, blocked back. It's going to drift above the net. Touched over by Hazan. And then Schellinger is blocked en route by Ofek Hazan. The 6-6 Frosh out of Israel. Missed several matches due to a finger injury, but returned against BYU and has been biding his time, and his number's being called tonight.
You know, the bad news is that Justin Todd's gone down temporarily with a bad ankle. Good news is a starter is taking his place.
And an older freshman as well, as the serve by Tetrisky misses wide. And that's service error number 5 for Hawaii. And that is an area of concern, certainly for Charlie Wade, who is a stickler about that kind of thing.
That's how Long Beach State lost tonight, wasn't it? How 22 service errors?
22 service errors in that match.
It's averaging 7 errors per set.
Here's Josh Schellinger. Pass by Rohr. One hand set there by Rosenthal. At least was able to keep it on the Hawaii side. The bit goes to Schellinger, and that rattles off the tape and down. Josh Schellinger averaging 2.9 kills per set and hitting 278. A guy who's in his 4th year with this UC San Diego squad.
The Bick out of the back row and getting some help from the cable.
Pass by Rohr, again drifts tight to the net, one-hand set. Petrisky couldn't do much with it. Now they go back row again. Schellinger ricochets off the block, chased down by Rohr. D set to Petrisky. Oh boy! Lit that one up, and he had to broad jump on that approach.
Yeah, that set was, I think, on like the 4-foot line. You're right, he had to broad jump and then put on the helmet in the back row for Sebastian Lara. He's got to protect himself.
Petrisky 2nd in the nation in kills per set, 4.35. That's his 4th of this set. And here's Louis on the serve. Outside. Provednikov is blocked and roofed. Fred Rosenthal getting a good chunk of that one, jumping up next to Hazan.
Notice once again the good serve forced the pass off the net, so the blockers are able to line up much easier. They know where Dvorak's going to go if he's having to set the ball from the 15-foot line.
Sakonoko with the high toss. Oh, and that one just missed the end line. He put a little extra pepper on it. Just a little too long there, and we're tied at 18 in a very competitive opening frame. We have now seen 10 ties here in this first set. Here's Hazan. Cracked it off the block. Now Rosenthal out to Rohr. Off the fingertips there. It'll be played back. D-set. Sherfan fires it long. Was there a touch? No touch. And Hawaii dodges that BB and gets the point.
You can't believe it. You thought for sure he got a little finger on that one, but not to be. Now we come up to the toughest part of the set, trying to get to 25 in a hurry.
And Ofek Hazan has been thrust into the heat of battle here. Sends it over. Good reaction there by Sakonoko. Petrisky off the block and out. And how about that setup by Fred Rosenthal? He was standing right in front of our table.
Did he give you a high five there after the set?
Was still able to put up some nectar.
Oh my goodness. And we'll get a shot of it. Here we go. Shake hands with him, Kanoa.
20 serving 18. D-set. Sherfan again fires it out. No touch. Hawaii up 3 here at this late stage of set 1.
I think the Tritons have got to call timeout and slow Hawaii down.
Well, they will right on cue. Sherfan hitting in the negatives at the moment. We'll be back.
During that timeout, I noticed Justin Todd up and walking around, talking to Charlie Wade.
Went down with a rolled ankle, came down on Louis Sakonoko's foot earlier in this set. Here's Sherfan, and that one a little too hot to handle there for Ofek Hazan. Hawaii had scored 3 in a row. Still up by 2, but the very dangerous Bryce Dvorak back to serve. That two-handed spinning toss, so tricky.
He's worked really hard on this.
Perfect pass there by Louis. Middle set, Neusterer. And that's going to be a Hawaii point. How about Sakonoko in serve receive? Putting up a dime.
That was money. Getting the ball right to where Fred Rosenthal could set whatever he wanted. Dvorak so dangerous from behind that service line. He spent a lot of time in the USA gym this summer, in fact, working on that jump serve.
Dvorak, an interesting story. I'm sure we'll have an opportunity to get more into it here as this match progresses. Dvorak diving save, Sakonoko. Neusterer keeps it on the Hawaii side, and then Rohr, tough angle, hits it out. So a fantastic save there by Louis for naught, however. And it's 20 serving 22 here, late stage of this opening set. It'll take a few more moments to wipe some perspiration off of the deck. Last time out for Hawaii a couple of weekends ago. Championship match of the Outrigger Invitational, lost in 4 against USC, a team that played oh so well on that night. Here's Tritons, left hand pushes it through the block. So Lara with the set out to Schellinger, and he hits it out. And another one of those deep dishes there on the set. Got a little bit of a reaction from the crowd.
That ball was held so long in the hands.
Well, we're going to get a timeout here from Brad Rostratter. Hawaii closing in here in the first. Welcome back. We'll be back here tomorrow night for the Hanaho rematch. Number 4 Hawaii and number 11 UC San Diego. Spectrum Sports coverage begins at 6:30, but a whole lot of volleyball to be played tonight. We're still in set 1. 23 serving 20 out of the timeout, and a good serve by Roar. Oh, that was some high cheddar to that deep corner. An ace dealt out of the deck, and Hawaii has aloha ball here in the first.
The signs are coming out. What a serve by Roar. I just arrived in a hurry.
That had some serious chili pepper water on it. That one tickles the tape to slow it down. Set going backside. Sherfon. Oh boy, some high cheddar right back at Adrian Roar. But Hawaii's still sitting on set point.
Hawaii hitting 257. UCSD hitting 071. Big difference.
Nick Rigo, 6'5" senior from Laguna Niguel, California, on the serve. Pass by Roar is a good one. Backside to Tritons. And that's the winner to claim set 1. Christian Tritons with 6 kills to help lead Hawaii to a 25-21 victory in the first. The teams will swap sides. Stands at number 2 when we return. Highlight reel and Christian Tritons doing Christian Tritons things in that first set, C-Mac.
He's doing all kinds of ways. Cross court, down the line as he did just then. The high ball that he had to, broad jump for. There again, avoiding the block nicely. I watched him in practice this week, and I knew he was going to have some kind of good game tonight. The question is, can he sustain it throughout the entire 2 hours of play?
And that really has been a point of conversation for Charlie Wade. The consistency factor. He says clearly when we are on our game, we can play at a level that befits a team that is a national championship contender. But he says maintaining that from set to set, night to night, practice to practice, that's been the challenge here this season.
Yeah, no question about it. When you look at UC San Diego's going to be struggling as well. They've got 2 of their pin hitters who are hitting negative, and the other one's hitting 071. This is very unlike a UCSD team that's normally used to hitting over 300 night in and night out. Tonight they're hitting 071.
It tells you a little something about this Big West Conference.
Yeah.
You have UC San Diego averaging a .320 percentage as a team this season. That is 6th last in the Big West Conference.
Crazy.
So here we go, teams swapping sides, and it's Treda Rosenthal on the serve. D-set goes to Sherfon. Dug up there by Sakanoko. Here's Tritons with the thin slice cut for his 7th kill.
Sakanoko with his 6th dig. That's normally a full night's work for Sakanoko. And he's got in a little bit over 1 game and 1 point.
One serving 0. That one skips off the tape. Back row Schellinger. And he's able to clobber that one. Schellinger was hitting -250. That'll get him back to triple zeros.
Notice how low Dvorak sets that ball for the back row quick. Makes it very difficult to close. Middle blockers like Nusra got to get up those track shoes on.
And that serve by Dvorak into the net. You talk about that serve that he has spent so much time meticulously on his own, by the way. One of the most intense gym rats that you'll ever see. But that's the risk of that spin toss, is if you don't catch it right, who knows where it ends up.
Yeah.
Dvorak going outside. Sherfon, what a save there by Eleo Choi. smacks into the Terraflex after the dive. Ball pinballed around on the Triton side. Diving save in the back row there by Roar. Over the net it goes. Sherfon hits it out. Oh, but a net violation against Hawaii is going to give UC San Diego the point.
Look at Eleo Choi once again giving up his body, laying it out, and really no approach at all for Louis.
Oh, Sakonoko. That was some serious pop on that outside pin. And that is kill number 4 for Louis. He's hitting 429 tonight. Remember, last time we saw him was against USC.
Oh, he struggled, Kanoa.
Third match in 3 nights. You could kind of see a little bit of how that wore him down. 5 kills, 5 errors. He flatlined it, had 2 aces, but it just clearly wasn't the Louis we had seen the previous 2 nights in the outrigger. And that one hit high on the platform of Sebastian Lara. Hits the scoreboard above and will just be sent across by Lara. Hazan dug up by Lara, but not for long. And so Ofek Hazan becoming part of this storyline. Justin Todd rolling his ankle. We saw him between sets actually taking some practice swings, which is encouraging to see him at least being able to do that. But Ofek Hazan being thrust into action, and he's so far played pretty well.
He's delivered. He has some great serves and a nice serving run when Hawaii went from 18-all to 18-21.
Has a kill and a couple of blocks too. Here's Neusterer. Pass there by Schellinger, who gets it on the outside and rips it home.
What a set from Dvorak. He just fired it to that outside. Tough for the middle blocker for Hawaii. Hazan to even get out there. See how late he was getting out there? Very difficult.
Dvorak, a transfer technically from Pepperdine, although he didn't play last year. He was actually helping out the U.S. women's national team as a practice player while working his own game, and it was looked upon by, as you see Louis send that one into the seats. Look out. But what he was doing with the U.S. women's national team and just the way he was getting his own work in the practice gym, it had the legend Karch Karai himself calling Bryce Dvorak the biggest gym rat he's ever seen.
That's right. Well, that's a lot coming from Karch, I'll tell you.
No kidding.
He's helping him get ready for the Paris Olympics.
Trisky soft touches it off the block. Dvorak with options goes outside. Schellinger, what a dig there by Choi on one knee. Cross court bump set. Louis tries to scrape it off the block. The swing out of the back row by Provednikov was thunderous.
Great story on Provednikov. You know, he hasn't played much in the last couple of years, but we asked Coach Rostrader why the improvement, what's going on. He said he has worked as hard as anybody to get stronger in the gym, become a better volleyball player. Just put in more reps everywhere.
Yeah, he's been there as long as Coach Rostrader has, and Coach Rostrader telling us in no uncertain terms, saying, no, when Leo first got here, he just wasn't ready to play. He wasn't physically strong enough.
Yeah.
But he has transformed himself and now has become a staple here for this Triton squad. Here's Tatritsky, quick approach there. And it's Provednikov on the set. Schellinger with just a vertical jump approach out of the back row. That's Roar. Goes off of the chest of Rigo, tipped over the net by Sherfon, and Hawaii will play it back. Sakonoko down the line, but it'll be off the touch there of Dvorak, who is in defensive position. And another kill for Louis and a point for Hawaii.
Lokonoko. I don't know if it's me a challenge or not. I think Dvorak hits this before it hits the ground. Yeah, he touches it. He had 1 foot out of bounds there, and the ball hit him.
Yeah, and there was no protest there in the moment for Dvorak, but they're actually taking a look at Josh Schellinger, it appears. Somewhere in that rally, it looked like he had come down somewhat awkwardly on that right side, so not sure if he's just cramping up or if there was some kind of rolling of the ankle on his part. So the trainers have been somewhat busy here this evening so far as well. We saw Reiki Miyazato on the Hawaii side tending to Justin Todd. Looks like Josh Schellinger is okay. 6'5" redshirt junior from Bloomingdale, Illinois. And we're ready to play on. Tritons will do the honors here. Team leader in aces. Right on cue. That is ace number 31 for number 10.
Did you call that, Canoa? Now you're starting to gloat.
Yeah, I'll take all the credit. There you go. That's a great idea. And as he is known to do, Tritons, who gets locked in when it is his turn to serve, doesn't celebrate after the fact, doesn't go and high five and hug his teammates. He turns right back around and gets ready for the ensuing serve. And it's another good one off the tape. Diving past Laura. Sherfon goes off the block and down. Sebastian Laura, a converted outside now libero at 6'5", had to lay out just to get this one into the transition mode.
Great play. How about the last time Laura played against Hawaii? 14 kills, 3 errors, hit 478 last year.
Yeah.
When they beat Hawaii 3-0 in La Jolla.
That guy's now the libero.
No, he's the libero. What's up with that?
I don't know if that's a good sign or a scary sign. 6 serving 6. And into the net it goes there by Sherfon.
After going errorless, serving errorless the first set, now they've got 2.
Correct. Seven serving 6 here in set 2. Pass tight to the net. How about Rosenthal on 2 with the swing? Laura chases down that second touch. And that's going to wind up down on the UCSD side. And Hawaii gets the point. So good initial joust there on the Hawaii side. And then Rosenthal, who's seemingly always ready to just rip into it.
Pretty quick hands, too, on that joust.
He's averaging 0.9 kills per set. So Tread is known to think offensively. That was a heater there. 75 miles an hour off of the palm of Louis, but he hits it out.
That's become the name of the game these days in men's volleyball. Can you serve in the 70s?
Schellinger with the high toss. Roar on the pass. That one pulls Rosenthal off the net. Sets Roar. The dig tight to the net. Another joust up there. Pinballed around. Louis chasing it down and keeping the rally alive. Provednikov goes off the Hawaii hands and down. But that will most certainly receive an ovation. Louis Sakanoko's effort there on that sequence.
This is some kind of pursuit by Louis Sakanoko. He knows the ball's got to get over the net. So a little underhand palm shot. Wow.
This volleyball crowd, always Akamai, love that kind of effort. And it could be the opposing team too. They'll still applaud that kind of volleyball. 8-all here in the second. D set to Tritons. Again, off the block and out. That's kill number 8, and Christian is rhythmic at the moment. 6'5" freshman from Sofia, Bulgaria. I mentioned second in the nation in kills entering tonight. 13th in the nation in aces. He has just been a beast.
Those all seem to have pressure legs, pressure arms tonight. The back-to-back-to-back thing in the outrigger, I think, took a lot out of him. So the 2-week break has been very helpful.
Behind the head middle set there to Selcho, but Hawaii says, ole. And they're up 2. Third block of the match for the Rainbow Warriors.
The signs are extraordinary tonight, Kano. I don't know where they're coming from. New stuff everywhere.
Outside, Provednikov. Holy moly. Dropping the hammer. The 6'4" junior from Long Beach. Dad played volleyball, mom played softball at Long Beach State. So a Big West type of fan.
Yeah. Picks up his kill number 3.
Rosenthal going outside. Here's War, blocked and roofed. That's Rigo next to Dvorak. And that's the 4th block for the Tritons.
Oh, what a play by Rigo. Very disciplined. Didn't go chasing, kept his arms pressed over the net. That was a thing of beauty as far as blocking goes. He had to hustle to get there and then didn't go chasing, get his arms spread out, trying to close the block. He just stayed disciplined, pressed over, good angle, got the block.
I think that mustache is a thing of beauty, personally.
There you go.
Oh, but that one clips the front row there, the serve by Selcho.
And he's going to buy burgers for everybody on the team for that.
Yeah. You mentioned this week has actually been spring break for UC San Diego. So they got here on Wednesday. They were able to extend this trip. The timing couldn't be more perfect, according to Coach Rostratter.
I think they were kept to 45 minutes of sun and day, though. That's
probably a smart move, yeah. Rosenthal, good serve. What a pass there by Schellinger. Outside Provednikov. And he hits it wide, tried to take line. There was no touch, according to the officials. And so the out ball gives the point to Hawaii. And it looks like Brad Rostratter is going to challenge the call.
Oh, the in-out call, it looks like. Well, Rostratter's 2 for 2 in challenges tonight. Maybe he's feeling it.
So it was an out call on the floor. And they're going to see if this one actually found that sideline. Or if there was some kind of touch, of course, they can still call. If there's an obvious touch, they can reverse that call for that as well. You see the cut there.
Yeah, definitely out. And misses the white line.
It took Brad Rostratter a few extra moments to decide to challenge this. So it took a little bit of convincing perhaps by his players. That's awfully close.
We're going to remember that the R2, Dixon Chun, has access to more cameras than we do. So.
Yeah. They have the DV Sport system. And they have some static cam angles that probably make things a little bit clearer. Those are angles that we don't have. They will uphold the call, though, so you were right, C-Mac. And Hawaii has the point up 2 here in set 2. There's a good look at the new assistant coach for UCSD, Marco Meoni.
Who lives in Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
And so he commutes to all the games, rarely makes practice, but he commutes to the games so he can still coach his son back in Houston. One of the really interesting guy. I got to talk to him before the game.
3-time Olympic setter for the Italian national team. Sherfon had to just soft touch it over. Oh, but that set goes over the net and out, and UCSD gets the point. But getting back to Meoni, an incredible story. The last time he was in Hawaii was back in 2001 on his honeymoon. And here he is now making the return as an assistant. But that whole staff has required some mid-season shifting around by Brad Rostratter. Lost a full-time assistant and a volunteer assistant mid-season this year. As Roar tries to go cross-court and in. Line judge had it in, and the R1 Mel Cayetano obliged as well. So 13 serving 11 here for Hawaii.
Yeah, I can't believe what kind of coaching changes Brad Rostratter's had to deal with.
I mean, that's unreal.
Blossom Sato, his setting coach, went to SC in mid-season. And like you said, a volunteer also left. I don't think anybody was unhappy. I think they just
got
all had better
opportunities.
opportunities, yeah.
We have Jorge Collazo, who's in his second year on the staff with Brad Rostratter. And Coach Rostratter saying, you know what, bringing a guy like Marco Meone in under these kinds of circumstances with this kind of timing, he's like, it could not have worked out much better.
Three-time Olympian. He's got a silver medal. He's got a bronze medal. And a very bright, let's call it, his volleyball IQ is very high. Let's say that.
Backside, Sherfon off the fingertips and down. So Anthony Sherfon now with 7 kills. He's starting to find a little bit of traction here at this juncture of the match. Hawaii up 1. Another tight battle here in set 2. Hawaii taking the first 25-21. Nick Rigo on the serve. Rosenthal going backside to Trisky. And there's just too much pop behind these Christian Petrisky swings. He's up to 9 kills. He's hitting .389. Hawaii gets the 15 first in set 2. Tonight's Hyundai head-to-head stat line, and these were the two guys we featured in the pregame. The two opposites, Anthony Sherfon and Christian Petrisky, 7 kills and 9 kills respectively, but the hitting percentages differ.
I would say pretty much, though, they're living up to their billing. Two powerful, powerful players. Worth the price of admission just to watch them hit a volleyball.
Yeah. Christian Petrisky, what a freshman campaign this guy is putting together. And it's a good serve there. Great pass as well by Laura. And then finishing the deal is Schellinger. So it looks like Schellinger's okay after getting looked at by the trainer. But Christian Petrisky, getting back to him, again, a freshman, not your typical freshman because of the level of experience and some of the high quality volleyball that he's already taken part in his career. But on any given night, he plays like a National Player of the Year type of oppo. Hazan dug up. Rosenthal the swing, but he hits it just beyond that end line.
Ooh, I like his aggression, but I thought that ball was a little bit too far off the net to really get a good swing at it.
And so we're tied at 15. UCSD now up to .350 in its hitting percentage in this set. How about Sherfon with a little knowing smile as he gets ready to send this one across. Pass by Rohr is a good one. D-set to Trisky off the block and out. It winds up in the Hawaii bench. And Trisky gets to double figures. He's got 10 put down.
Even if the block is well formed, which it was pretty well formed that time, I think, Trisky's power just drives it off the block and out. Now, there's a little drifting there at the time by Schellinger, but I'm telling you, Trisky's on a roll.
Sakanoko looping it over the net. Outside, Schellinger with the slam dunk.
He gets a smile out of that one. So I think he might have gotten away with one there. I held it a little bit too long, maybe.
Well, it's a kill and a point officially in the scorebook. That's all that matters. 16 all. Oh, and this one is going to drift over the net. Rosenthal able to return it to the Hawaii side outside the antenna, so we can play on here. And then Selcho hits it wide, and Hawaii wins another improbable sequence.
That was the Tritons' point to win, and they gave it away.
How about the heady play there by Rosenthal? Chasing it down, returning it outside the pin, and then Hawaii keeping its hopes alive. And here is Kainoa Wade now as the serving sub. A good serve results in the overpass, and Neuster deposits it, and Hawaii's up 2.
It was about this point in the last set that Hawaii started to get some separation. Neuster, he loves to celebrate, doesn't he?
18 serving 16. Wade gets it in. Schellinger with the pass. He gets the set in the back row and is able to work it off of the block. Wasn't the fiercest attack, but Schellinger making it work. He's got 6 kills. He's hitting 364 here in this match.
Crafty play by number 10 in blue. He had 2 blockers up. He was actually trying to just recycle it, hit it into the block. Instead, he got the kill when the blocked it out of bounds.
Now Sam Warren, senior from Huntington Beach, in his 3rd year with this UCSD program.
Got his birthday tomorrow, by the way.
Oh, there you go. Wow, what a birthday gift. Come out to the islands.
Yeah.
D set to Trisky. Demolishes it.
Is there any reason why you shouldn't just set him every time?
I mean, when he's grooving like this, I don't see why not.
Oh, man.
He's hitting 450 and has 11 kills to lead everybody on the Terraflex. 19 serving 17. It's Rosenthal back there. D-set goes to Sherfon, and that one rattles off the pin. And it's going to be a point for Hawaii. And I think Sherfon is going to ask his head coach to challenge it. And it looks like his coach will have his back. Rostratter, who lost the last challenge, but let's take a look. Does it hit the pin or does it just hit the top of the tape? I'm not sure it ever actually made contact with the antenna.
I think this call is going to get reversed. It's nothing but tape.
I think he just hit it with so much force that the violent shaking of the antenna made it appear as though it had hit the pin.
Oh, that one, the blurriness of the ball
Yeah.
and the net and the cable all at the same time makes it look like it did hit the antenna.
Yeah, that's pretty conclusive right there, don't you think?
Now, if you have astigmatism, it looks very clear. You know that?
It's conclusively inconclusive. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it actually touched the pin.
I don't think so either.
But if you can tell on this angle, then you have eagle eyes.
That first shot that we saw, I thought was the most conclusive, where the ball didn't come close to the antenna.
Well, good luck to Dixon Chun. You know what I mean?
You know, Jakob Teller was in the gym the other day practicing, watching practice, and he said, Charlie, how come we don't get Hawkeye? Get Hawkeye. That way we don't need linesmen anymore. Just get Hawkeye.
Yeah. I host the Charlie Wade Show on radio, speaking of Jakob Teller, the great Jakob. And we are inundated with texts and questions about the replay system. How come you're not going to get higher quality cameras? And, you know, it's a frame rate thing. It's not necessarily the quality of the cameras, but that is something that is being discussed. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. I'm surprised this call is going against UCSD.
Wow, that is a surprise.
I think you should challenge the challenge. Somebody else look at it. Look at a third party.
So the call stands, and that's a second straight loss challenge there for Rostratter. 20 serving 17.
So he only has one left then, I believe.
Oh, but the service error there by Rosenthal.
That's what long breaks in the action will do. That server gets cold. They're just not quite as sharp. The toss isn't as good. But here comes maybe one of the best servers I've ever seen.
Leo Choi handles it, though. Outside. No blockers up. But the Trisky has it returned somehow. And now Sakonoko sets up war. The cover there off the block by Rosenthal. Back set to Trisky. Blocked. It somehow pinballs around, and Hawaii keeps it alive. Middle set, Rigo gets it home. What a rally there on both sides.
We're seeing just some amazing volleyball tonight. The quickness, the battles at the net, the touches. Dvorak with a great set. He just knows who to set, when and where. Guy's a three-time All-American.
And again, it's this unique toss that he's been working on. You see it in other parts of the globe, that sort of two-handed spinning toss, just to put some action on the ball.
It's a two-handed toss as opposed to a one-handed toss.
But he serves it long there. And so Hawaii up 2 here, late stage of this second frame. And it is Adrian Rohr back there. Rohr been quiet offensively, 3 kills, 3 errors. But he does have 6 digs. And how about 4 assists for Adrian Rohr? Does have a service ace earlier in the match. This one pulls the setter off the net. Sherfon over the block. Right there is Choi. Back row. It's Rohr. Timeout UCSD. Hawaii by 3 here in the second. Adrian with the kill.
I think she's watching right now. You better be careful.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Well done to those two, and congratulations. Here's to Tritons. He pushes it off the block, but was he the last to touch it? They're going to say it's off of UCSD. And I don't think that they're going to get that call. Hawaii gets the point.
And I would agree with the protestation of Bryce Dvorak. He was saying that the last touch was Tritons, and I thought it was.
Trebednikov had to take something off, and a net violation going to go against Hawaii, so they give UCSD one here late in this second frame.
Trying substitution number 16, Michael Robertson.
That was an unforced, unnecessary error.
Trying server, Neil Trebednikov.
Pass by Choi. Rosenthal goes high and away, and it's Sakanoko who goes up the ladder. And it is a Aloha ball here in the second frame for the Rainbow Warriors.
He loves that little cutback shot. He even did it against Sherfon, a very good blocker. Used his arms there and got the set point.
And we're going to have another timeout here by Brad Rostratter. Aloha ball in the second when we come back. Welcome back. Set point here for Hawaii in set 2. They took the first 25-21. Again, neck and neck for the majority of that first set. Same story here in the second, but Hawaii creating a little bit of breathing room down the home stretch. Can they finish it off? It's Kurt Neusterer to serve. It's a good serve. Outside, two-handed over by Schellinger. Diving save, Rosenthal. Back set goes to Sakanoko. And Neusterer on the cover. Rosenthal going backside to Tritons, and it got blocked right back into his grill as the set was just a little low there.
Yeah, it was low and tight. Tough one for Tritons to chase down. Give credit to UCSD for putting up a solid block.
So still Aloha ball, but now it's Nick Rigo serving for UCSD. Pass by Sakanoko is a good one. He gets the set. Up the ladder and down the chute it goes. And Hawaii takes set 2 by the same score it took set 1. 25-21. And in its return to Big West action, Hawaii will have an opportunity to crack open the broom closet.
And it's intermission here at Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center as Hawaii leads UCSD 2 sets to none in the story. So
what say you, C-Mac? Hawaii up 2-0 in the match.
Well, pretty obvious that the kill percentage is the biggest thing to look at. Hawaii just hitting better there, 318 to 193. Blocks. Hearing him talking Hawaiian, it was a wonderful tribute.
Saw a couple of subs there for the Tritons. Tritons as we are underway here in the third. In the back row, Schellinger sends it over. Opportunity knocking here for Hawaii, and Nussler pumps it long. And he just kind of missed on catching that one in the sweet spot. And a good save there by Keegan Cook. He is a redshirt freshman libero. Didn't play last season, but a guy who was perhaps more their primary libero prior to being in and out of the lineup for a variety of reasons, most recently an injury. Here's Louis Sakonoko. Tried to cut that one. The save by Dvorak. Provednikov has it returned to sender. And Hawaii is on the board here. Of course, Sebastian Lara converted outside to libero. He played so well that he held on to that libero spot, but we see the spot here in this match where Brad Rostrader has decided to make the switch at that position. Also, Jim Garrison put in the middle, and there he is right on cue. 6'9" redshirt junior from Manhattan Beach, California. Vast majority of the roster composition in-state players here on this UCSD squad.
Jim Garrison's favorite memory as a Triton. How about being in the Stan Sheriff Center for senior night? He just loved how they celebrated for their seniors and loved the crowd that night and everything about it.
Yeah, he was really appreciative of the packed house that was there for the Hawaii seniors, and that's pretty cool that it has that kind of impact on a guy who's playing on the opposite team. Back row set a little low for Provednikov. So Rosenthal goes backside to Trisky. The block slowed it down. Trisky goes tumbling. Middle set to Garrison. Scrapes off the block. Outside it's Sakonoko. And would you look at that? What was that, Kanoa? I don't even know how to describe that.
Let's call it a back to the net spike-o-rama here. Look at this. Back to the net. Somehow gets it down. Oh, my goodness gracious.
I think we saw his fellow countryman, Elir Heno, do something similar to that for UC Irvine earlier this season. So maybe that was a French Connection-inspired highlight right there for Louis Sakonoko. Goes two hands that time, and Garrison wags the finger after the fact after blocking that one. Louis Sakonoko, I mean, the creativity, the improvisation ability, like, that was unreal. 3-all. Bump set goes to Trisky, goes off the block and out, and for the second straight approach we see Trisky tumbling to the Terraflex upon landing.
Vicky and Tread have got to get a little bit better connection on the timing, the height of the set, location. It's still a work in progress.
Well, here is Nussler, 4 serving 3 here in the third. And that will be an out-of-system ball here for UCSD. It winds up hovering above the net, and Louis able to put it down for his 9th kill. And hitting well over 300. So Sakonoko with a good bounce back, albeit 2 weeks after his last outing against USC.
Smart of him to not follow through on that attack. Had he followed through, he definitely would have cut some cable.
5 serving 3. Good one by Nussler. How about the pass there by Cook? And then it is destroyed by Sherfon. Holy moly.
Is that high cheddar? He cut it right between his chin and his chest.
Oh yeah,
man.
That was a laser. And now Sherfon back to serve. Rosenthal going outside. Sakonoko goes through the hands and down. And so Sakonoko continues to percolate. He has 10 kills. The only other player in double figures aside from Christian Trisky.
That shot he hit to end the 4th set I tell you, in the second set, unbelievable. Hitting to area 4, as Ryan Suji said during the on the corner crew, he said that set, that kill, will be on the internet immediately.
Yeah, that was some smoke show serving right there from Tritons, who gets the set, cross court and down. Oh, he was pummeling the ball on that sequence.
He seems to like it a little bit more off the net, not, you know, right on the, like the 2-foot line, but more on the, at least the 5 or 6 foot line. And then he'll jump into it.
Well, that time stuck the landing too. So
yeah, that's right.
Gets extra points for that. 14 kills now. As mentioned, he and Sakonoko, the only 2 players on the floor in double figures in putdowns. 7 serving 4 here in the third. And almost took out the line judge, Randy Rubinall. He's shaking the hand off. Don't let him see you sweat. I wouldn't want to be tagged by a Christian Tritons serve, that's for sure. 5 serving 7. Pass by Choi. Middle set. Ofek Hazan. It got dug up. Played off the net. Now Rigo through the block. Tritons sets it out to Sakonoko, who swipes it off the hands of Dvorak and down. And Bryce Dvorak is upset that there wasn't an illegal contact called on the Hawaii side earlier in that rally.
He's got there's a case to be made for it, but it's so judgmental about how long he holds on to the ball. Yeah, that could have been called. It's so loose in all the first and second contacts now these days. That
that tends to be adjudicated in a fairly liberal fashion in this day and age, and it's an ace by Louis Sakonoko, and Hawaii has its largest lead here of set 3.
And the ace towels, sponsored by Outrigger, are out.
Timeout, Tritons. And they take one at a very early stage of set 3. A RPI poll. This is prior to tonight's action. So Long Beach State losing earlier this evening to UC Irvine. Hawaii in the number 2 spot against it. Again, this is RPI. 9 serving 5 out of the timeout. Backside, set 2 Shorfan, and they're going to say that he got that one down. So Anthony Shorfan, he is starting to groove just a little bit, showing signs of what could be a possible explosion when he gets it revved up. He's got 9 kills, hitting 192. So starting to find the range a little bit. Thick goes to Sakonoko, and he plugs it through the block and down. The crowd was unsure whether or not to celebrate because it was a little bit uncertain as to what side of the net that came down on, but he definitely got it through that UCSD block.
Back real quick, 3 blockers up, but you notice it's not a well-formed block at all. The hands are off the net, big hole. Louis to drop it inside.
Back row, Shorfan. Was there a touch? No touch, and he hits it out. So that's 5 hitting errors now for Anthony Shorfan.
Hitting $148 on the night. Not his normal number.
Nice thinking there by Dvorak. Was able to beat the Hawaii players to that joust. And now he is back to serve. We know how dangerous this guy can be. Oh, but he sends that one out. And again, a little bit of the risk reward with that kind of toss, right?
Exactly, yeah. It's either amazing and really difficult to pass, or it can go to the 3rd row. I saw Tritons do that yesterday in practice. The same thing. He was working on that heavy spin.
Now Rosenthal to serve. 12 serving 7. down the line. What a pass there by Schellinger. And Provednikov got it dug up by Choi. Good chase down on that second touch, and this sequence will continue. Backside, Provednikov. Solo stop. Adrian Rohr saying, oh, no, you don't.
Adrian Rohr not having a great night offensively, but defensively, a ton of digs and that block solo.
So Hawaii up to 5 total team blocks. And they are up 6 here in this middle portion of set 3. Outside, Sherfon, diving save by Rosenthal and returned.
Louis hurt his shoulder.
Back out to Sherfon, and it's going to be a net violation against Hawaii, so the point goes to UCSD. But we check out Louis Sakanoko, who, as you mentioned, CMAC, has repeatedly sort of grabbed at that right shoulder throughout this match, and he's kind of shaking it out there.
And immediately as he went for that ball on the dig, grabbed his shoulder as he got up.
Doesn't prevent him from wiping the floor, though.
Perfect floor wiper, though, isn't he? He's batting 1,000 there. Watch this now. When he goes down, doesn't pop it up. See where his arm is extended right there. That's where I think he's hurting.
Yeah, you kind of saw him grimace in discomfort there for a moment. But he's not making any kind of gesture to the bench area. Seems to be okay. Might be just something that he's used to playing with at this point. Pass there by Rohr. Right side, Adrian Rohr rising high. And getting it past that UCSD block.
Rohr picks up kill number 5 on the night.
14 serving 8. But what, you're getting the serves in right now. Sherfon on the tip. And it finds the floor right in front of the spatula of Christian Tatrisky.
Triton substitution number 23, Sam Warren. Serving for number 14, Tim Garrison.
Sherfon just barely managed to stay on his own side of the net there.
So here's Sam Warren in to serve. Leo Choi coming up big in serve receive tonight as Sakanoko goes off the block. And was it out or did it hit Louis? We saw a reaction by Sherfon, and it was a reaction that Dixon Chun didn't particularly like. So it did touch Louis Sakanoko off the block. So it's a point for UCSD. And obviously thinking that maybe it had gone against the Tritons, Sherfon made his displeasure known, and I think Dixon Chun very quick in just telling them, hey, keep that stuff down. Meanwhile, the outserve Hawaii. This building this season, this is the penultimate regular season home series as Finn Kearney able to deliver an ace as a serving sub.
Well, he just continues to deliver time in and time out. What a reliable serving sub he has been.
.16 serving 10 into the net on that occasion. So he giveth and then he taketh away, but Hawaii still up a handful here. But yeah, after this series, Hawaii on the road at CSUN and then back home against Long Beach State, a much anticipated series on April 11th and 12th. Hawaii will finish the regular season on the road at Santa Barbara, and then of course we'll host the Big West Conference Championship Tournament. Rosenthal going backside to Tatrisky. Oh, the block had not formed, and that was hitting lines for Christian.
I've said this before, when Leo Choi is on the B side and plays against Tatrisky, he tells his blockers, either you guys go all the way to the line or I'm out, because he doesn't want to dig Tatrisky by himself with no block up.
Serves it into the twine. Yeah, Satriski saying he doesn't really think about hitting the ball hard. He's just trying to hit the ball. That's just normal arm swing motion for him. The power comes naturally, and that's a pretty spooky thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Serving 17. Rosenthal goes outside. Sakanoko through the block and down. Louis having a night. 13 kills, hitting up near 400. Also a half dozen digs. In fact, that one puts him over 400. He's at 409.
That's a lofty number for Louis. If he can only hit 409 every night.
Oh, yeah.
I think Charlie Wade would be more than pleased.
I'm not sure why he chooses not to do that. I'll never understand.
Oh, near ace.
Sherfon finds the floor. So Sherfon collecting the kills. He's now up to 12. Next closest hitter is Josh Schellinger, who has 6 put-downs. Tritons hitting 200 for the match. And here is Nick Rigo in his 5th year with the program. Perfect pass there by Rohr. Middle set Hazan. And a good sliding save by Schellinger. The set drifting outside was a little low, though, so Hawaii has a chance here to play it back. It's Rohr. Got it blocked back. Bounces off of his dome. He gets another swing. The block slowed it down. So now outside, Sebastian Lara loses that battle above the net. And Sebastian Lara we're seeing now out there as a pin hitter after starting this match as a libero.
And his last outing against Hawaii was a good one. 14 kills last year in La Jolla.
And the clock ticking here against the Tritons. Down 6. Late stage of this 3rd set. They signal for a timeout. And holding a 6-point advantage here with Kainoa Wade into the match to serve out of this timeout. And he scores an ace. 6th ace of the season for the coach's kid.
I'll tell you the strength of Kainoa Wade, though. He's consistent. He rarely makes an error from behind that service line. If he gets an ace, that's a bonus.
Starting to see maybe a little bit of the physical development here throughout this freshman season for Kainoa Wade. We're seeing the balls coming off of the palm with a higher velocity both at the pin and from the service line. That middle set a little low. Rosenthal, one-hand set outside, and it's put down by Rohr. I'm not sure how many style points they're going to get on that one, but it was still pretty unique, and Hawaii is now up 21-13.
We can count for at least one time per set or per night that Trent Rosenthal will do something to absolutely shock us. That was one of them right there.
Just using those big old oven mitts to send it one-handed style out to Rohr.
What a shot.
Another heater there by Wade. Against the grain, set goes to Sherfon. And that may have been an out ball. Sakanoko went for the save. Not sure if he thought there was a touch up front.
He did. He did. He thought there was a touch. In fact, it's so tough. If you can play it, you might as well play it. But, you know, at this point in the game, it might have been worth it for him to just let the ball go.
I mean, you're talking about those kinds of decisions having to take place in nanoseconds.
Yeah.
And now Bryce Dvorak. Oh boy, what a serve. Pinballed around and returned. Eleu Troy paid the price on that one, and then the block by Neusterer drifts just beyond the end line. Eleu Troy paid a toll there in serve receive. That one came like a lightning bolt over the net from Bryce Dvorak.
That had to be mid-70s serve. I mean, that was just a bomb.
And yet Hawaii was able to forge a return, and then Neusterer almost got the roof.
One of the things about great servers like this is that if you're the opposing coach, you really have to slow them down with either timeouts or wipe up the floor, talk to the referee, whatever you have to do, but you can't let them get in a rhythm.
Well, there was no holding back on that serve attempt by Dvorak. See what he does here. Loops it over this time. Choi with the pass. D set to Tritons. Did he get the touch? Well, he got it in anyway. And Tritons with his 16th kill. Hitting well over 400, and Hawaii closing in here. Oh, but we're going to have a challenge. So it was called in. The challenge appears to be on the in-out call. And we'll see. I thought there may have even been a touch at the net.
I thought there was a touch of that as well, but in either case, the entire UC San Diego bench called that ball out, and they're standing right on the line. So that's what I think was persuading Brad Rostrader to pick up the challenge.
All right, is there a touch here? That is issue number one. Doesn't appear like there's a touch there. So now it comes down to in, out. Again, ruled in on the floor, but let's see if there's any reason for an overturn. Oh, that goes
way out.
Way out. Huh. I'm not really sure what happened there. The call on the floor was in. But that looks well out.
Significantly out.
Huh.
Rostrader will win his third challenge of the night.
Yeah, that one looks pretty straightforward.
He's also lost two, so he only has one left.
So successful challenge there for Rostrader. And UCSD creeping here. Back within 5. Hawaii led by as many as 8. Rosenthal going high and away. Roar rips it through the block. And Hawaii gets the side and the point. 22 serving 16.
And the biggest thing about that play, Bryce Dvorak no longer serving.
That's right. And Adrian Roar with some good feels here towards the end of this match, potentially boding well for tomorrow's rematch. Didn't have his most effective offensive game.
You know what really doesn't show up in the scorecard is how well he's passed tonight. And UC San Diego's put up some really tough serves, and that whole passing crew of Louis, Eleu, and Adrian have really passed the ball well tonight.
Yeah, how about Louis, Adrian, and Eleu all with 7 digs in this match as well. High ball set goes to Sherfon. Access denied.
Tough to block a guy who touches 12-4, but that time he didn't touch the ball at 12-4. It was much lower. It was low and tight and right into the block. Well-formed block.
Hawaii's 6th nationally in blocks this season, and is their 6th tonight. Back row, Schellinger. And a good effort there by Sakanoko. Even better effort perhaps by Tread Rosenthal to not go pummeling into Sakanoko there.
As he did earlier, for those who might have missed it.
Again, one of the earlier storylines, something that we'll find out more about perhaps before tomorrow's match. Justin Todd turning his ankle earlier, and we have not seen him since. Opek Hazan taking his place out there at one of the middle positions. Rosenthal goes middle. Neusterer couldn't get it home. So Lara sets up Schellinger cross court and wide. No touch. And they will rise here at Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. As Brad Rostrader will decide to tantalize the folks a little bit. He's going to challenge that last play. I think he's going to ask for a net violation called against Hawaii.
I don't think I saw the net shaking, but I thought it was the attacker just grabbing it and being mad at themselves for having hit the ball out.
I mean, there is nothing to lose here for Brad Rostratter. It makes all the sense in the world to just empty the chamber on these challenges.
Exactly. This is his, he's got one left, might as well use it.
It works as a timeout, and also, you know, if you happen to somehow get this call reversed, it changes the potential outcome here. But yeah, I don't think he really had a choice.
Yeah, it goes 23-18 rather than 24-17.
This is the end of the play, and I'm assuming that this is where he's asking for a net violation. Not sure if there was something earlier in the sequence.
There's the grab of the net by the by the attacker. Maybe he's challenging his own player.
Ball's upheld. Some of the folks stayed standing.
He knew it. See that Rostratter knew it was his own guy.
Here we are. Over 5,700 to their feet here for Aloha ball. And Adrian Rohr, the toss was a little too far out in front.
And with a 7-point lead, I'm going to give him a pass on that one.
That was a grip it and rip it approach there for Adrian Rohr. And now Jim Garrison will serve. It remains Aloha ball here for Hawaii. Looking for win number 20 on the season. Pass by Choi is perfect. Backside to Treitsky. Straight down to the floor. And this one is fouled. Hawaii wins it a kahi'elua. Aloha. And for the 7th time under head coach Charlie Wade, a 20 victory season for the Rainbow Warriors. 25-21, 25-21, and 25-18, the final arithmetic. Had 13 kills, hit 212, 3 blocks, and 5 digs. And Louis Sakonoko, 13 kills, hit 409, 7 digs, and an ace. A whirling dervish of a no-look.
Look at the final numbers. Hawaii wins in 3, 25-21, 21 and 18. Hawaii hits 326. UCSD a $181. Both teams hit well over 300 on the regular season. The Tritons Warriors reached the 20-win mark and remain unbeaten in Big West play.